Hi guys, Mitko here from DN Models, and this is what I got here today to show you. Just arrived in the mail. This is the Tamiya Panzer 470A, the ugliest vehicle imaginable, although one of my favorites. This is very interesting release from Tamiya, having in mind that Border Model are about to release their own version of this vehicle, and Dragon have two options. I believe one of them corresponding to this one directly, which makes this vehicle rather interesting, and we'll get through it to get a grasp of the contents and how does it cope to modern model making requirements and demands. Let's start with the instruction sheet first. So this is typical Tamiya, nothing surprising, of course, traditional company with serious values and especially value for the modeler. Now everything seems very simple. Here the return rollers holders are the correct ones, and I'll point out why in a bit. The wheel assembly is nothing like Dragon. Here we have 3 parts per wheel, while with Dragon I believe we have 10-ish or something, which is bad and very annoying. Tracks, I believe those are the correct ones. There is a cutaway in the track. It's not straight. I believe those are type, I don't know what type they are, I gotta check. My biggest concern with this kit are the tools, because Tamiya are simplistic and they show chunkier details, like here, for example. Here, those are perfectly fit if made by photo-etched. However, as you can see in this step, you're supposed to put tracks. If you put tracks, there is no point of adding photo-etched, which goes also for the front part of the vehicle. Let me show you where. Now the front hull here shows wonderful photo-etched options, however, not required in case you put, let's see, this. If you put this, photo-etched is quickly getting obsolete. Now, my main concern was the tools. I will show you in a bit what we are about to use with this kit out of the box. Very simple. Tamiya offer a L70 gun for their other Jagdpanzer IV, which is pretty much the same as this one. So it says here, parts from separately sold item 12660 35th scale Jagdpanzer IV can be installed at this steps, and so on and so forth. The bad news are that this set is missing from the shelves. I checked, but Panzer Art and Aber, probably others, offered it, and this can be manufactured as well because it's pretty straightforward thing. So if you have a handyman nearby, this can be done easily. Now also those hooks here, brackets or whatever they are supposed to be photo-etched, but in my build I will try to thin those out and see will that work. The most important part is next, and those are the photo-etched meshes here. They show the front and the rear surface and how you should correctly install those. Now they are a bit chunkier than needed, and I'll show you in a bit. This is the installation guide, and those are what makes this vehicle extremely nice and attractive. Now, I believe those should be substituted with some other photo etch from a company that is focused on that. Anyhow, let's see what else is in the box. This is basic tech tips. Perfect for a first kit. For the experts, not needed. However, nice to have it. The color instruction sheet. Again, wonderful colors. Everything seems perfect. Now, what Tamiya provides is this. This is what they got their reference from, and I think they did a great job. However, you can see here that those are thinner, and if you'd like to make them as in the original and you'd like to leave it as it is here without tracks, you should better use photo etch or spend some time thinning those out. Of course, some history in Japanese in this case. Here, some of it in English. Great. Also, in the kit, this is the decal sheet. Those, I believe, can be done in red color because I trust that some of the Jagdpanzers were colored in red instead of white around the black cross, of course, because Allied forces aimed for the white and Germans figured that out, decided to switch. But this is unconfirmed historical information, so check and see if I am right. Polycaps, wonderful. The hull, which in armor models is the bottom here for me is useless because this goes beneath and in between the diorama pad or whatever pad you're using, and rarely somebody looks at that. By the way, I have entered the contest and won, I believe, silver medal with the tank without painting here. Everything was painted all over without the bottom. Nobody managed to figure that out, nor tried to check. Now, let's try and focus on the photo etch. Looks very nice. However, I believe this is a bit thick. A bit thick. It's flexible. Probably the meshes could have been done better. However, reference photos. This is your salvation. Now let's see what they have to offer us in the backs. As expected, extremely nice detail. Let me put something white as a background. Extremely nice. Tamiya are rather simplistic kits. However, as you can see, okay, I'm trying to focus. There is some texture, which can be improved, of course. But there is some texture. Also, all the details are very fine and nice. So whoever believes that Tamiya are not worthy competitor nowadays is wrong. Beautiful. Look at those. Now, those were my biggest concern. I believe that this here can be drilled and made hollow. That will solve the problem because the detail otherwise is great. Oops. This here, typical Tamiya, nothing new, nothing interesting. Some missing details on the tires. Those, I believe, should be thinned out or substituted with photo-etched. Those two, I believe, are the correct ones. Apologies for the lack of focus. Now you can see the sack on the tracks. Those are linked and linked. And as you can see, they're wonderful. There is some areas that might need cleaning, but nothing overly important nor drastic to call this kit let down in any possible way. Now, let me flip that back. Let's see something more. A person. I hate people in my kits. I hate people in models. I can barely stand in a flying aircraft, a pilot inside the cockpit. However, we have it here. Those are the rods. They are supposed to be hollow, and they are to some extent, but I believe this can be further improved. Not substituted, but improved. Okay. Lastly, more tires, sprocket, small elements, .35340, .35353. Kit numbers from Tamiya. Great looking thing. Look at this detail. You gotta love it. They made a superb job with that. Jack details. Those, I recently built mini art Stück 3. The jack is competitive. Absolutely competitive here. Nothing to complain about. Okay. Now, pretty much that's it with this kit. Nothing surprising, typical Tamiya. Simplicity, some genius fit, I assume, at this point, and I will confirm it after I complete the build. I might switch stuff for it. I might leave it as it is. Probably I will not glue the gun barrel because I will switch it for metal, but I'll give it a go. I'll let you know. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. One more thing. This kit, as you can see, has been opened, assessed, put back. This is how empty a box should look. Not like AMK does it or mini base. You can close the lid. A miracle.